Oh, and good afternoon to those who are right now jumping into our class. Hello, good afternoon. We are 16. Happy to be with you guys today and ready for our class. Grammar class day 1. Let's be prepared. We are going to work on unit 12 today, present perfect progressive. Our page is 140. 140. Unit 12. Um, Remember that if you hear too much noise or too many sounds, right? As I explained to you last time, we are having here a construction problem. So I will try to speak loud and clear, and we just concentrate on the class and forget about the noise. Okay? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to silence everybody. Here we are. And in today's class, I'm going to need your participation in reading, discussing. I need your opinions. Okay. And as always, we are going to answer the exercises from our book. So remember, your participation is really important. It's going to be um, an improvement for you. It's going to help you to improve your English, to participate a little bit more, to speak fluently, to know how to organize your ideas and how to express them. Okay, so let's participate because this is going to be very important. Okay, let's see. Let's begin our class. Here we are. Let's see. Send me a yes if our presentation is clear and you can see it perfectly well. Perfectly well. Very good, Anderson. Thank you, Florcita, Jessica, Arielita, Fernando, Josue, Mejia, Genesis. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Diana. Okay, here we are. One more class of grammar. We are in Unit 12, and I'm happy to be here with you and be able to share all this wonderful information and to be able to have this class with you guys. Okay, so let's open our book, page 140. We are on Unit 12. Here we are. Okay. The grammar in the real world for today is city life. That is our article for this class. So I'm just going to open the microphone of some of you because I'm going to ask some questions and I want your opinion. This is general knowledge, okay? These are questions to warm up for our the beginning of our article. It says, what do you like about big cities? We live in a big city, right? You have even traveled to other countries and you have visited different places. So I want your opinion. What do you like about big cities? If you don't like them, you can say, I don't like the big city because this and this and this and this. But what do you like about them? Why do we live here in the big cities? Let's begin with volunteers. Someone wants to answer, we are going to open the microphone. Just raise your hand if you want to participate, or I can choose someone to answer. If you want to participate, just raise your hand. Okay, let's see. I want to hear you. Camilita, tell me about it, Camila Castro. What do you like about big cities, Camila?
I like their attractions and touristic places.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Camila. That is very interesting. We have many places where we can go, where we can enjoy in the big city. And that is a positive thing about big cities. Let's see who else. Miss Andrea, you have your own opinion. I want to hear it.
I like big cities because you can find a lot of tiny stores where they sell a lot of crazy things
Excellent.
and books.
Good. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, here we have someone who loves books, and that is fantastic. We can go to we live in the big city, and we can go to different stores and shops and mini shops and big malls where you can find everything that you need. Curious things, wonderful things, books, if you love to read. So that is a positive thing about um, the big cities. Let's see, Arielita Granados, you also have your own opinion. So tell me, why do you like big cities? Let's see, Ariela. Okay, Arielita, can you turn on your microphone? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, Arielita, you can't use your microphone right now. Okay, then let's see, we can also discuss. We have been discussing why do we like the big city, but how about you tell me why don't you like big cities? Positive, but right now, maybe not too positive things about the big cities. What is the disadvantage of living in the big city? What is the disadvantage? Let's have a look. Okay, Miss Aleman, thank you. Disadvantages.
I don't like the big cities because they have big buildings, and that makes me feel I don't know, like the
You like not
the
being too free, right? You need freedom, open spaces.
yeah.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you, Daniela. Wonderful. Okay, that's really very important. When we have many buildings, sometimes we feel a little bit of stress because we need open spaces, more freedom, right? That's one of the disadvantages of living in the big city. Let's see, Miss Avila, disadvantages of the big cities. Your opinion, Miss Avila? Let's see.
In my opinion, big cities have a lot of disadvantages like pollution, traffic, and the cost of living in big cities is way higher than in other places. And crime is a very common problem in
Very
big
good.
cities, and
Okay.
there are
Yes, I agree with you, Danielita. Excellent, wonderful opinion. Because we are too many people. We are too many in the big city. We can face every day different kind of crimes, also traffic. Um, we cannot walk freely on the streets. Okay, so these are very common disadvantages of living in the big city. You are so right. Excellent. Okay, now I need someone that is a really fast reader and can help me to read. We are going to read the first part here from half to people. So someone that is a really fast reader. I need someone that is a fast reader so can help me to read. Let's see, volunteers, or I can choose someone. Let's see, a fast reader. Diana, you're a fast reader. Let's read, Diana Camisales, please. Help me reading. Can we read, Diana? Can you turn on your microphone, sweetie?
Oh, yeah, can you hear me?
Let me see, let me see. Yes, let's read, Diana.
Half of world population now lives in cities that is over 3 billion people.
Yes, finish everything, Diana.
Cities are growing at a faster and faster rate because people around the world have been leaving the countryside in search of jobs and a better
life in urban areas. Current estimates are that this trend has caused problems in some countries. Cities are growing too fast. For example, the population of Mumbai, India, increased in 4.2% each year. The high China has been growing by 10.6% every year. There often isn't enough housing for all of the new people.
Thank you, Diana. You're so kind. Thank you. And that was fast, Diana. Good job. Okay, let's continue reading. Let me help you with the second part. Let's see. Remember, we are reading about city life, those big cities. As a result, the number of slums has risen in many cities. Environmental problems have been getting worse too. Luckily, architects and urban planners have found solutions to some of these problems. In many cities around the world, architects have designed green buildings. They use solar power and they use less water. In addition, urban planners have been creating green belts in cities. Green belts are large pieces of natural land that offer fresh air and places for recreation of people in cities. Planners have reclaimed green belts too. You can have a look at those green belts in your book. You can see the pictures. You will see that there are some places that have been designed, right, with solar power, and they also use less water. We can see several plants as well, trees, plants, flowers, and this has been like rescued from everything from the surroundings of the city. Okay, so people can go there and stay close to nature, fresh air, and recreation, right? So planners, as it says over here, have claimed green belts too. Okay, it says, in Seoul, South Korea, for example, planners uncovered a small river in the middle of the city that was under a highway and built a park on both sides of the river. These ideas have not solved all the problems of big cities. There is still not enough housing, for example. Also, green buildings and green belts are too expensive for some cities. However, these ideas have made life better for many people around the world. Okay, this means, people, that we must always try to protect our green land. We have to help the environment, right? Big cities, most of the disadvantages, contamination, all the pollution, too many people, the big buildings. So what do we have to do? Let's try to help nature as much as we can. Let's try to leave our houses with a beautiful garden and help to have more trees, to protect our environment as much as we can, because we are growing at a very fast range, and we need to protect our environment because we need nature. We cannot live in those big cities without any green land. That would be really catastrophic and really impossible. Okay, we're jumping to the comprehension check. Let's see number one. Here, right, if you know the answer, we can turn the microphone on. You can raise your hand. It's a, why do people migrate to other cities? We all know why we migrate to other cities. Why do most of the people go to the United States? Most of the people, they migrate to the United States. Who can help me? Raise your hand so we can open the microphone. This is going to be faster if we do it through the microphone. Let's see. Who knows the answer? Why do we migrate to other countries? Can you tell me why do most of the people migrate to other countries? Yes, Flor?
Have a better life.
Excellent, very good. Okay, to have a better life. And how do they have that better life? Well, they always look for jobs. There it is. Very good, Florcita. People migrate to cities in search of jobs, and that they believe is going to result into a better life. Number two, what happens when big cities grow too fast? Well, when they grow too fast, they often isn't enough housing, and they end with environmental problems. right? So that is when they grow too fast. Too many people arrive to that city and there are not enough housing. They need more buildings, more apartments, okay? And the environment suffers. Let's see, number 3, who has found solution to some of these problems and what are these solutions? The people that are looking for solutions nowadays are the architects, the urban planners, and they have designed green buildings according to our article. Green buildings, urban plannings have been creating green belts in the city. Okay, so who? The architects and the urban planners. And the solutions they brought were green buildings, green to all the buildings, and green belts into the city. That is number 3. Number 4, what examples of green buildings and green belts does the article mention? Okay, here we have some examples. You can choose 1 or 2. In Seoul, South Korea, planners uncover a small river in the middle of the city, and they build a park. They also said that some green buildings use solar power and less water. Okay, these are 2 of the examples they gave us in the article, right? Number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. Everything was in the article. Okay, we're done. Page 141, we are working in the comprehension check series. Let's continue. We have our notice, and it says, how does the writer express these ideas? They said in the article that environmental problems have been getting worse too. That is number 1. Now, how does the writer express that urban planners will start creating green belts? Here is number 2. They mention in the article that in addition, urban planners have been creating green belts in cities. So these are the 2 statements that were mentioned in our article, right? And that we can relate in the exercise of notice C. There it is. Okay, let's move on. Let's begin with our charts. Okay, the statements. We need our subject, have and has, the verb been, this is our auxiliary, and ing. Remember, we are working with present perfect progressive, and because it is progressive, we need ing. Working, jumping, sleeping. Okay, so we use have, been, working, present perfect progressive. Okay, present perfect progressive. Okay, let's continue. Questions. When we work with questions, sweeties, we need to move the auxiliary at the beginning. I have been working. We move the auxiliary at the beginning, that is have, and we are going to say, have you been working? Right? Always remember, questions, auxiliary goes at the beginning. Have, I have, you have, we have, and they have. Has, only with he, she, it. Because all the verbs in present tense, they have S. With he, she, it. Okay? Short answers, yes, I have, yes, you have, yes, we have, and they have. Okay, I would like just to know that it says Luisito Comunica. Can you identify yourself, please? I just want to know who you are. Maybe you're using another cell phone, so I just want to know your name. Who is with Luisito Comunica? Here I have someone that says Luisito Comunica. Can you please help me and identify yourself? Who is working with this under the name of Luisito, please? Can we identify you? I just want to know who is working with Luisito. Let me see. Let's just wait a little bit longer. I just want to know. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe it is. You're right, Mr. Murillo. I believe that too. I was looking here. Yes, it's true. Okay, we already know. Let's continue. Let's see. Okay, just to prevent. I have, you have, we already mentioned that. So we ask the question with have and has, and we have to answer with have and has. We already know that. Okay, here we are. Now we are going to use information questions. The information questions are where, when, why, how, and how long. Okay, so we just add it up at the beginning of the question. Where have you been working? Why have they been working? Always remember the auxiliary goes at the beginning. All we have to do is add the WH question. What has been happening? Because it's progressive, we need ing. Don't forget that. We need ing because it is a present progressive. Okay, and we finally have our rules, right, that we are going to read fast because we have been looking at this in other units, and I'm just going to make like a review. If we have any questions, remember to write it down on the chat so we can discuss it right now. It says letter A, use the present perfect progressive for actions and events. Environmental problems have been getting worse. Here we have an event, something in progression. The environmental problem have been getting worse. We have for perfect, for present, being for past participle of the verb to be, and ing for progressive. Have been getting. Always remember that we need been with the present perfect progressive. Always we need been. Letter B, use the present progressive with for and since to show the duration of an action event. I've been living here for a year. Okay, we are using for. I have been living here for a year. He hasn't been working since last May. Remember that we use for within a specific amount of time, right? And since with events that already happened in a time line, okay? And maybe they are still happening right now. That's why it says since last May. Use the present perfect progressive for actions or events that are new, temporary, or changing. Okay, always events. He's been staying with a friend until he finds his own apartment. So this could change. He's going to stay there. It's going to be temporary, and suddenly it's going to change. Use present perfect progressive with time expressions. Week, month, year, these days, nowadays, recently, and lately. Like, for example, the city planners have been working hard this week. Have been working hard this week. Okay, we are using the expression week, this week. A lot of people, this is another example, have been coming into the city lately. We have the adverb lately, and we are using it with our present progressive, present perfect progressive. Have been coming, ing, because it is progressive. The last one, do not use the present perfect progressive with time expressions that describe finished time periods, such as last year or 3 days ago. The city built a lot of new housing last year. We are not going to use it if we say the city has been building a lot of new housing last year, okay, because last year is too close to our past tense. Okay, remember that ing progressing is something that has been going on for some time now. Okay, and this is specific. It says last year, so we cannot use it with a description of a finished time. Only when there is something in progression, something going on, right? And is continuing into the present time. Okay, let's see our exercise. Page 143. Let's see our exercise. Now we can use the chat so you can help me with the answers. Page 143, grammar application statements. It says, complete the blog post on city improvements. Use the present perfect progressive form of the verb in parentheses. The article or the blog is titled Jen's Bay City Blog. New report has good news on city improvements. This was on May 25th. So we are going to use our present perfect progressive, right, to complete and fill up the spaces. Remember, present perfect progressive. That is an ing verb. Let's begin. you're going to help me with the answers. Let's read together, or you read with me, right? Let's follow the reading. If you are like most Bay City residents these days, you have not been feeling happy. There you will see the verb in parentheses, okay? There you have it. Happy about garbage pickup safety, transportation, and the libraries for a long time. However, a new report from the city this week has some good news. According to the report, people, and we have the verb notice. Excellent, Monica, Daniela, Avila, Genesis, Jessica, very good job. Excellent response. Very good, Flor. You're missing being, Florcita, but excellent. Buen intento. There we go. Have been noticing. Remember, the present is have. The perfect is the past participle of the verb to be. And progressive is the ing that we add to the verb. So this is called present perfect progressive. Don't forget. Okay, let's continue. Have been noticing a lot of improvements lately. Here are just a few. Okay, we're talking about the city and the improvements that this city is facing right now. Okay, some things are changing. Good things are happening. Number one, the garbage collection service, and we have PIC. Very good, Monica, Daniela, Genesis, Flor, Anderson, Miss Aleman. Very good, Jessica. Good job. Thank you very much for helping me. Okay, has been picking the garbage collection service. Remember that we're talking about one service. Thank you. Very good, Milan. Yes, have been picking. But not have, we are going to change it into has. So those who said have, we need to change it into has. Why, Miss Annie? Because we have garbage collection service. The service is just one service. So what is it? He, she, or it? If it's a service, it's going to be it. And remember that the verbs with he, she, it, we add s. So we are going to add s to have. That's why we wrote has and not have. Also, between the answers, someone suggested has been, H-A-D. Why don't we use has? Because we are working with present, perfect progressive. So our first auxiliary has to be in present tense. And has, H-A-D, is past tense, right? That's why we cannot use it, because it says present perfect progressive. Okay, so our auxiliary must be in present tense, not in past tense. Okay, let's continue. We have stopped for too long. In addition, the garbage collection service, and it says not leave. Okay, we have Grecia, Genesis, Garcia, Milan, Avila, Jessica. Very good. All of you agree in the same answer. Very good, Arielita Granados. Very good. Always remember that if it's a service, it's only one. So we cannot use have. Very good, Daniel Aleman. That's it. We are using has. Most of you had the answer correct. So it has to say, hasn't been leaving if you want the contraction. And if you don't want the contraction, has not been leaving. Garbage around the pickup areas. I haven't noticed this on my blog, but I'm glad some of you have. Another improvement, number two, part of the improvement. People blank safer in the park, and we have feel. Very good. Daniela Avila, yes, Jessica. Okay, Aleman, excellent. Okay, Grecia, there is a situation over there. Remember that is present perfect progressive, right? We cannot use the past tense of feel because it's progressive. It has to say ing. Very good, Milan. Good job. Have been feeling. Excellent if that was your answer. Excellent, Gracia. Very good, Anderson. Well done. Have been feeling safer in the park at night. This is because more police, and it says patrol. Very good, Genesis. We have Monica over here. Garcia, very good. Avila, Grecia. Jessica, very good job. Anderson, Floor. Remember, babies, we are with present perfect progressive. So we need the three parts. Have or has, the auxiliary been, and the verb with ing. Don't forget, three parts, not only two, three. Remember that. And the verb cannot be in past tense. It has to contain ing. So here it is. This is because more police have been patrolling the park after dark. This is, okay, let's see. This is one that I've definitely experienced. I walked through the park the other night and it felt much better. This is what we were discussing, that nowadays crime in the big city has grown because we have more people and the city have grown as well. Let's see. Next improvement, public transportation. We have the verb improve. Very good, Monica Garcia, Florcita, Genesis, Canizales, Avila, Aleman, Flor. Very good job, sweeties. Has, public transportation. This is one service, is public transportation. That's why we use has and not have, because it is it. One service, only one, it. Very good. People not complained. Have not complained, have not complaining, are not complaining. Oh my God. Okay, we have different kind of opinions over here. Let's see. Here it is. Haven't been complaining. Very good job. If this was your answer, perfect. Remember that it says not complaining. That's why the auxiliary must be in negative form. Haven't. There it says not complaining. That means that it must be negative. So, people haven't been complaining about rude bus drivers lately. I guess those lucky people aren't on my bus line. So this poor guy, nothing, almost nothing has improved in his city. Let's see, next improvement. The libraries. We have a stay, very good. Avila, Canizales, Campos, Aleman, Garcia, Jessica, Flor. Very good job, sweeties. Good, excellent. The libraries have. Why have? Because it's plural. Libraries. Remember that has is a singular auxiliary, only with he, she, it. If we jump into plurals, we must use have. So the libraries have been staying open on weeknights. As a result, more families and working people have been using, said, okay, Avila, Anderson, Monica, Genesis, Arielita, Jessica, Daniela Aleman, and Florcita. Very good. Okay, excellent. Very good, Miss Canizales. Good job. Have been using. So it says, as a result, more families and working people have been using them. I haven't been to the library recently, but I want to check this out. What do you think? Leave a comment below with your opinion. Okay, this was a really nice blog about the improvements that the city has had during this during this time, okay? But it is a blog. Okay, this was our last exercise, and I think we completed everything, and we already practiced a lot about present perfect progressive. Next class, we are going to continue practicing, and always remember, if it's present perfect progressive, we must need the three parts. The present, that is have and has. The perfect, that is the past participle of the verb to be, that is been. And progressive, related to the verb when we add ing. Jumping, reading, studying, okay? Always add ing. Always try to remember that the name of the tense is related to the formula. Just read the name of the tense, present, perfect, progressive, and immediately it will come to your mind the different parts of this tense, okay? Questions and doubts, sweeties? Do we have any questions? You can send it to the chat. No? Yes, you can raise your hand so we can discuss it. No, says Jessica, everything is clear, sweeties? Yes, we don't have any questions? No? Yes? Okay, thank you for your participation, Mis Corazones, and your time. Let's stop sharing. Here we are. Okay, let me allow you to open your microphone if you want. So remember, you have to send me your evidence. And this is day 1 of grammar. Tomorrow we will continue with the next part of our class. Thank you for being here in class. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, take care. I love you. Bye, sweeties. See you next class. See you tomorrow, mis corazones. Cualquier cosa me escribe. Okay? Bye, bye, bye. Bye, Jessica. Bye, Arielita Granados. Bye, Anderson Precioso. Bye, Grecia. Bye, Florcita. Gracias, mis corazones. Bye. Gracias por despedirse. Señor me los bendiga. Que tenga una bonita tarde. Ok, pórtense bien. Take care. Love you. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, mis amores. See you tomorrow. Let's close the meeting for today. Adiós, mis chicos preciosos. Bye, 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 Matthew. Bye, Josué. Señor me los bendiga. Bye.